Hey everybody, it's Highly Alchemist, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Red. In the last episode, we've entered Celadon City, explored the place, and in this episode, we are just gonna see that apparently this poster is not ordinary. There actually is a secret switch behind the poster. I guess that's why that rocker guy was being very defensive about posters, which would have been silly, but oh well. Hey, we discovered something, right? So I guess a little da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So, this is the Team Rocket hideout. So, we have officially reached Team Rocket's base of operations. It's actually their only one around here. I think there were other villainous teams that had more than one base of operations. I think Team Galactic had that. Or maybe one of their buildings was kind of temporary. I know that Team Plasma had one, but then in the sequels, they actually got a new one. And Team Flare has two as well. Yeah, that's about all I know. I think, well... I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't probably played Sun and Moon yet, so I probably wouldn't spoil much, even though it's actually a small thing, but... You know... Even if they're very minor things, I actually still don't want to spoil much in Sun and Moon, because, there may be people who haven't played the game yet. I mean, the game is still relatively new, I should say, even though it's been out for months by now. Like, hang on, let's see how many months, about 5 or 6 months since the game came out. Wow, I can't believe how fast time went by. I mean, I actually remember getting, well, I got Sun on its launch day. I should admit, like, I actually got Sun on its launch day. Because I pre-ordered it, and it actually came in once on the day of its release. And then I beat it, and it's already been months, so... Holy shit, it's... I can't believe this. Why? Well, what is happening? Well, why... Just... Well, what is happening here? How much coffee has Dialga been drinking? Speaking of which, it's already been past the 10th anniversary of Diamond and Pearl being released in North America. Like... Jesus. I mean, what is with... what is with time nowadays? I don't understand. But I digress. So I think I should go ahead and explain this, this sort of gimmick with Team Rocket's hideout. It is, well, it actually basically is a labyrinth. Well, I should say at least this here. Because in a couple of instances, you'll be going through a labyrinth of having to, of using those spinners here. It's kind of like a maze, but... Here's the problem with the spinners. They are slow. Yes, they are very slow indeed. Almost as slow as Gen 4. Not that I'm trying to hate on Gen 4. I mean, I really do enjoy Gen 4. Especially Platinum. Platinum is one of my favorite Pokemon games. Not my most favorite, but it is definitely up there. But one thing I don't like about Gen 4, as of course, as pretty much everybody else knows, how slow it can get. But, no, that's just me. Anyway, we got Team 07. It contains Horn Drill. Horn Drill is a one-hit KO move. One-hit KO moves, like, you know, if you're able to use it, then that Pokemon gets knocked down. It will not survive. It just gets knocked down in one hit. The thing about it is, though, pretty much all the one-hit KO moves have very, like, terribly low accuracy. So it's gonna miss a lot of times, so it's basically luck-based. But if you get it just right, then that Pokemon will be knocked out instantly in one hit. So there you have it. But I tend not to have my Pokemon learn it because it can be a bit frustrating when I want to use it, especially with its ridiculously low accuracy. But yeah, seriously, these spinners are so slow, going so slowly. Oh, okay, I seriously don't know why I did that. That was rather dumb. That was a rather cringeworthy thing to do here. Hey, for what my channel description said, there's gonna be some pretty cringe-worthy moments. The cringe is real. Thankfully, though, the remakes actually fixed this. Like, they actually made the spinners much faster. Like, just stepping onto one, and then you just go super fast. The spinners also did return in Gen 4, and they still go a little slow. Well, maybe not as... Well, surprisingly not as slow as this game. Well, as far as I'm aware, like, the way the spinners are. But I think I'm talking too much about these spinners here, but, you know, I'm merely just complaining just how slow they are. Just by going through them. But yeah, the Team Rocket hideout is pretty much a maze, aside from the spinner labyrinth. It's kind of a maze. I mean, you might be here for a while if you don't know exactly where you're going, but there could be some hints as well. And considering the fact that it is their base of operations, and of course, all you're going to be running into are just the Team Rocket members. And of course, not quite surprising that Team Rocket would be running this place. I mean, it is located in the game corner. It's called the Rocket Game Corner. So, if that's really not suspicious, then I don't know what is. Yeah, we got a Hyper Potion. I don't think I've explained what Hyper Potions are. They're much better than Super Potions. They heal your Pokemon up to 200 HP. As a matter of fact, I didn't explain much about the potions. Like, I think as you already know, like, potions restore up to 20. Super Potions restore up to 50. Hyper Potions 200, and then sorry the Max Potions and also full restores, they're unlimited. And we got this elevator here, which we can't use it because we don't have a key. Where would it be? Fucking I don't know. Oh, would you look at that? There's an item I missed. I completely forgot that item was up there, and I was just about to leave, and I was like, oh wait, forgot about that item there. I guess I should go back. I know it's gonna fill up my inventory, like, all the way up to the point where I can't carry any more items. But, you know, considering how much I'm a kleptomaniac, then I would have to pick up everything I find, and that's just a nugget, which is useless, except that it does, it is worth it if you want more, Poké Dollars. I was trying to look for some sort of shortcut in this maze, but I guess not, so I still have to go through those spinners. Just how slow they are. But yeah, I don't really know how many items I still have in my inventory. Like, I kind of forgot what I was gonna say about that. But well, I mean, I forgot if I ever did say anything about the item bag you have, because you can only I think I did, like, just only having to carry up to 20 items. Yeah, one thing I really hate about this game is that, like, if your bag is full, see right there it says no more room for items. And it is actually frustrating enough if you can carry more items, but what really bothers me a lot is that whenever you're trying to pick up an item, and, like, if your bag is full and you're trying to pick it up, it doesn't outright tell you what item it was you're trying to pick up. Like, it just tells you no more room for items. It doesn't tell you what item it is, so if you really want to know what it is, then you're going to have to either pick it up if you have room, or you're going to have to make room. Meaning you're going to want to have to, like, either sell some of the items or toss them or store them in your PC. And then once you pick it up, then that's when it tells you what the item is. It's really frustrating like that. Starting with Gen 2, it actually fixed it. I mean, despite the fact that it still does have a limited item number, they have, like, only in the item section, or regular items, only carrying up to 20. At least it still does tell you what item you're about to pick up, but then it'll tell you you can't carry anymore, so I'll give it that. Anyways, so yeah, I actually did get rid of some of the TMs, and I know you guys are going to be very pissed off now that I got rid of Double Edge, but thing is though, Double Edge, while it is a good move to use, it's pretty damage dealing. Well, it does deal heavy damage, quite a lot. It comes with a cost, though. It's actually a recoil move. Like, after the opponent takes damage, then you take damage as well. It's basically like recoil damage. And there are other moves like that, too, such as takedown, submission. Can't remember. Can't remember off the top of my head if there are other moves like that in Gen 1. I know other moves like that are in later gens, such as Flare Blitz, which I think was in Gen 4. Then there's Wild Charge, which was in Gen 5. And I think Head Smash, which is a move introduced in Gen 4 as well. And I think that's all I can think of. There are also quite a few moves that have costs other than their other than how they attack. Like not only is there recoil damage moves, there's also moves that will lower your stats as well. Anyways, let's go down these stairs. And this is actually the final room. If you actually go over to the right, then you'll see where your ultimate goal is, but I didn't want to show that off just yet, because I just want to wait till the very end. And we got this HP up. I'll go ahead and use it on, well, technically I already did that during this recording, because, you know, this is post-commentary, just like all my other Let's Plays. They're all post-commentated. You know, I just choose to do post-commentary because, well, like, if I were to do live commentary by myself, then, like, I had to focus on the game and then try to think of what to say, but it's kind of hard for that. And when I really did have something to say, for some reason I just had a tendency to stay in one spot and just be there for a while until I finish. But when I do post-commentary, then there's actually a lot to talk about. Like after having played the game, and then you just commentate over like over your experience and what you should do. Anyway, so I'm showing this guy off on screen because he actually tells you tells you about how the elevator doesn't even work, and you know, who has a lift key. So I'm gonna show him off because, you know, it could be that he actually does have a lift key. Let's find out. Which, of course, you have to talk to him first in order to make him drop the lift key like that. See? It's actually funny where he goes like, "Oh no, I dropped the lift key!" Yeah, just ask who has it, and it turns out you do. Yeah. Anyway, TMO2, which is Razor Wind. It is a two-turn move where, like, you just... Well, I think it's a two-turn move. Because you start by whipping up some sort of whirlwind, and then on the second turn, then that's when you attack. I think it's a normal type move or a flying type move. I can't remember. Maybe it's a normal type move because I kind of remember it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and restore Psychic. So yeah, after you beat this guy, then that's when you get the lift key, and then now we can use the elevator. So we can get to access other parts of the hideouts that we couldn't before. And go into more of these spinners here, the very slow ones. And I forgot to mention this, I also apologize once again for yet another delay. I was not quite in the mood to do commentary on the videos I finished, and I was also very sick. I had a cold. I think it's some sort of head cold or something. I don't know. But it was a pretty bad cold, so I had to rest for quite a few days. But I think I feel fine enough to commentate on another video, so... Anyways, not much else to say about this hideout. What is it that we shall talk about? Because I seriously can't think of anything. I have nothing else to say. I literally have nothing else to say right now. I mean, I just got done talking about how, easier it probably would be for post-commentary, like, there would be a lot of things to talk about, and just now I've run out of things to say. But here's another trainer of interest. Well, yeah, at least there's something to talk about, at least. Yeah, another trainer of interest, and yeah, once again, I'm gonna be showing him off. Because after you beat this guy, then you can see there's a door that's blocking our way, and you could pretty much already tell what happens after you beat this guy, this little reward that you get. And yeah, I haven't, well, I actually did show off Psychic in that previous battle. Yeah, Psychic is utterly broken in this game, like I was saying. And I wanted to teach Ariella Psychic, at least one of my Pokemon, for the Psychic attack, because I actually, Poison-type Pokemon are weakened by both Ground and Psychic. But I also wanted to use a Ground-type move like some other time, because I didn't want to overpower my Clefairy. But yeah, anyway, after beating that guy, then that's when the door opens, and that's actually a little shortcut that you can take. So all you have to do now is that we have to beat those two guys, but first, there's another item ball. I can't really just go on without having to explore anything else. Okay, sorry about that. I completely forgot to cut that part off when I was trying to edit this video. Because I was actually checking on the stats of all my Pokemon and which one would actually be beneficial for the iron, which actually increases the defense stat. Well, I mean, that didn't come out right. I mean, like, just checking all my Pokemon stats. Like, which one has the lowest defense, so that way I can use the iron. Because it is actually a part of, like, you know, raising your Pokemon's EVs or effort values. So these guys right here, after you, well, of course, once you beat them, then that's when the door opens, so we're gonna have to beat these guys first. They do not appear in yellow version. Instead, of course, that's another one of those encounters with Jessie and James. But in this game, we just have to beat those guys, so. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing, like, as part of, just raising the Pokemon's effort values, just giving them those stat enhancers. Maybe I should just call them effort values instead of EVs, because if I say EVs, then people are going to get confused now, since there is a Pokemon called Eevee. So, like, you know, EVs as in effort values, but then there's a Pokemon Eevee, like, people are going to go like, wait, well, where are you talking about Eevee? So, that way there I just won't get any of you people confused. So those guys have been taken down, and yeah, I didn't get to talk about Sandslash there. It is the evolved form of Sandshrew. I think it evolves around the 20s. I don't know. I can't really remember off the top of my head, honestly. I was gonna say, though, like, something about Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash. I don't know how they're still called, like, you know, just having sand in their names even though they're ice types. That really doesn't make any sense. I mean, there was already an explanation as to how they became ice types due to how they adapted in the cold environment in one of the parts in the Alola region. But that still doesn't really make sense to me, honestly. And another new Pokemon we have not yet encountered, that is Arbok. And Arbok is the evolved form of Ekans, which I still can't remember, but it's gotta be around in the 20s. And something I gotta say about Arbok is that, like, according to Pokedex entries, you know that little nightmare face on its belly? You know, how Arbok is known for its, that nightmare face. The Pokedex entries say that they are different in each of the regions. Gen 2 and Gen 3 actually got it right, like, Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. They actually kind of got it right, but then starting with Gen 4, then it's kept the same as in Gen 1. And this even applies to their remakes. Like I'm talking about in Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They're still the same as in Red and Blue. But I'm getting ahead of myself now. So, here we have Team Rocket's boss, Giovanni. So we have finally made it to him, and after a rather short speech, we're going to go ahead and take this guy down, and he's going to start with Onix. And not sure much what to say about him. Like, I wouldn't say he'd be that much of a pushover if you have the right kind of Pokemon types, but he does have one Pokemon that, well, that can be a little difficult if you don't know what you're doing. This right here is Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn is a ground and rock type. It is, I would say it's defensive as far as I'm aware. Well, I'm just looking at the stats, and it's also pretty slow as well. And I feel so bad for this Rhyhorn, because a lot of Pokédex entries say that it's pretty stupid. That poor Rhyhorn. And last but not least, this is Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is a normal type move. I think it's, I don't know what to say about Kangaskhan because I never really use it, but I think it's a good one to use. Not quite sure though, but I think it's a good one to use, and it is also one of those Pokemon that a lot of people use, like in competitive battles, like, you know, in Pokemon Championships, especially when they use Mega Kangaskhan. And yeah, that right there is Rage. What that does is that, like, it is a damage dealing move, but then once, when you attack that opponent that is using Rage, then that's when its Rage builds, and its attack power goes up. And I think it is one of those, kind of broken moves in Gen 1 as well. I think that's what people say. And now Odin is defeated. Yeah, if you don't really know what you're doing, then this Kangaskhan can be pretty tough to deal with. Oh yeah, and by the way, starting with Gen 2, like, you know, since gender is already established to all Pokemon, with a few exceptions, starting with Gen 2, then Kangaskhan can only be female. Which makes sense, since it's raising its Joey in the pouch. But nevertheless, we have now defeated Giovanni, and he's saying that he hopes that we should meet again. Somehow you're real friendly for some reason, I don't know why. That kind of goes to show how much that Team Rocket would be based on the Mafia, because, I mean, like, he does kind of look like, you know, Mafia boss, the way his sprite looks. But after defeating him, we have now obtained the Sylph Scope. And with the Sylph Scope, like the channelers were saying back in the Pokemon Tower, they were saying that a Sylph Scope might be able to unmask the wayward ghosts. So now that we have that, we're now able to identify those ghosts that we encounter, and we couldn't do anything about them because, well, they're ghosts, and our Pokemon are scared shitless because of that. So that means we should be able to progress more on the Pokemon Tower, and we actually do need that Sylph Scope, because without it, then we won't be able to complete it fully. So, we'll go ahead and end this off here. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Red, we are going to enter the Pokemon Tower and see what is going on up there. And then after that, then that's probably... then that will leave us with the Celadon City Gym, but I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way first, and then... and we'll just do some more progress, so... anyway, until next time, see you guys later.